Hello, everybody, and welcome to my page. Healing yourself, healing for the universe. Yes. So, guess what today is, everybody? Take a good hard guess. Today is my 66th day of sobriety. Woo! 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 And I decided to just do another video because I was supposed to do one a while ago. But I am still in here in Atlanta and I'm with my family. But I've also been going to this place called Here's to Life, which is like a recovery based program here in Atlanta where they provide services such as housing, supportive housing. They have groups and a lot of other wonderful, wonderful amenities. If you know any gay male who may be HIV positive and also struggling with addiction and homelessness, please comment below or send me a message and they're in Atlanta. They have to be in Atlanta. And they can receive services there at Here's to Life. But so today is 66 days sobriety for me, and I am feeling wonderful. I'm feeling wonderful. And so I kind of want to share this vlog basically about what I learned today at Here's to Life in the group. And so basically today we talked about behavioral cognitive behavioral therapy, right? So basically, cognitive means thinking, behavioral means action, therapy is healing. So basically, what we discussed was how to heal our cognitive behaviors and our thinking and how we healing how we think and how we act. So in the beginning of the group, we took notes and stuff, and he talked about what the module was basically about. And so basically, what I received from it was that our thoughts have the power to manipulate how we feel. And it's very true. Because when I think about a lot of times when I felt bad, or I felt like my feelings were hurt, or I felt angry, I was able to do a self-inventory with myself to see, okay, what was I thinking? 9 times out of 10, I was thinking negatively. And if you think negatively, you're going to behave negatively. If you think positive, you're going to act and be positive, which is why it's so important to practice mindfulness. So on these 66 days, let me talk about my rehab experience. Okay, so like I said, I was at Arms Acres for 26 days. For 26 days, and before I went in there, and I was getting high and making my mistakes that were my greatest lessons, I was telling myself that when I go back to rehab, I'm going to do everything different than I did when I went the first 2 times. So you see where my thinking was, my cognitive what I was thinking at that moment when I was still getting high. I was still conscious that, okay, I know that this is not something that I want for myself long term. So what can I do when I go into rehab this time that I did different? I mean, what can I do going into rehab differently this time that I did not do the last 2 times? And so I had to do a self-inventory with myself and see what those things were. And as I did those things, I learned a lot about why when I came out of rehab, the last two times, it wasn't me coming out of rehab and doing what I said I wanted to do didn't work out for me. It was because my stinky thinking. They say that a lot in New York. Stinky thinking. My thoughts wasn't positive. My thoughts were not aligned with the divine source himself. My thoughts were not aligned to serve my most highest good, which was basically the reason why I was continuously finding myself making the same mistakes, because I was exemplifying the same mental patterns, the same cognitive patterns, the same thought patterns. So, what I decided to do different this third time around in rehab, I did it. And I'm 66 days, and this is not the longest amount of days I've had clean, but this is I feel the longest time that I've authentically and transparently and genuinely have had compared to the other times that I've tried. But what I decided to do different was not to click up, not to go there making friends, not to go there socializing. I wanted to spend a lot of time with myself, and I wanted to spend a lot of time with Mother Earth, and I also wanted to spend a lot of time with Father God. And when I was doing those things, spending time with them, I was going outside meditating. I was meditating a lot. I was meditating a lot. I was meditating a lot. I wanted to connect with Mother Earth, but I also wanted to connect with the Father God, because that is how we connect with Father God, through the maintenance of our thoughts and our mental. So I did a lot of that, because I said that the last two times that I went to rehab, I didn't go with a plan. I didn't go with the plan, and I didn't come out with, I didn't go in with the plan. I was coming out with a plan. And for me, I felt like that was my greatest mistake, because I was not planning, I wasn't making plans on what I should do when I get there. I was just wanting to get there, because I felt like, okay, all I gotta do is just get there, and then I'll have all this clean time. I can eat all this food. I can gain my weight back. That was where my head was, honestly, because I was as skinny as a toothpick. I was looking like helter skelter, and I was just like, look, I want to get some weight on me, honey. I'm looking ugly out here in these streets. I'm looking crazy. But I was more so focused on, I was thinking very superficially. I was focusing on my exterior and not really doing the work to heal myself internally. So those were the things that I was conscious of, making those mistakes after. And like, I faltered two times. I faltered a lot, but my falters are my greatest adversaries, because they taught me so much about how not to falter, what I need to do in order for me not to falter in that way again. Because I'm going to falter again. It may not be with drugs, but in some way somewhere along my journey, I'm going to experience that energy again, because it's inevitable. It's a part of life. It's how we grow. It's how we become better individuals on a human level as well as on a soul level. And that was something. Oh, let me tell y'all. Okay, but I'm gonna save that discussion for another day. But so yeah, like I said, I went in there. I was saying I was gonna meditate. I was gonna spend time with myself. I was gonna read. I invested in a lot of books, and I took a lot of books with me. I took the Bible with me. I took anything that was gonna fill my spirit up. A lot of times when we feel like we're hungry, it's not that, especially after we just eat, it's not that our flesh is hungry. What really be hungry is our spirit, and which is why we have to read and do things, cognitive things that stimulate our minds. And that was something that I said I was going to do, and I did when I got there. And when I got there the third time, everything that I had planned, Everything that I said that I was going to do, I did it. And I came up with this theory for me to do this because I said I wanted to go in doing everything that I want to be able that I want to do when I come out. If I do everything inside of there, kind of like training, kind of like practice, kind of like, you know, preparing for preparing for football season, going to boot camp. For me, rehab was like boot camp, a spiritual boot camp. And I went in there doing and focusing on those things that I know I lacked the first two times so that I can kind of get in the groove of doing it so that by the time I come out, I'm comfortable with it. And I'm also comfortable with being uncomfortable as well because being in rehab is very uncomfortable. But I have to learn how to be comfortable with uncomfortability because I don't want to be too comfortable in any aspect of my life because I'm not going to grow. I'm going to become stagnant. And so these were things that I was aware of. These are things that I learned, and these are the tools and the things that got me to 66 days clean today authentically. Let me say that again. I'm 66 days clean genuinely and authentically. I know myself authentically a lot better now. I know myself genuinely now. I'm much more genuine with myself. I'm much more compassionate to myself. Because I know that if I'm being genuine to others and I'm being compassionate to others and not being compassionate and genuine to myself, people will not take my genuine spirit and my compassion seriously because I'm giving them something that I'm not giving to myself. So that was something that I was working on and focusing on when I was in rehab this last time, filling myself up with love and compassion, filling myself up with the things that I know that I love to give out. Because I want to fill myself up with these things so that I will still have enough for myself. So, yes, 66 days clean, and that's basically what we talked about was cognitive behavioral therapy, which we were just seeing the negative aspects of cognitive behaviors and the positive aspects of cognitive behavior. They use an example like you're driving down the street and this woman cuts you off and keep going. What is the thought process of what's the, because it's three thought processes. It's the thought, the the thought, the emotion, and the situation. The thought, the negative thought was, this damn bitch just cut me off. The emotion was angry, anxious. And the situation was her pulling up beside the car and saying, you fucking bitch, you just fucking cut me off, bitch. Negative thoughts leading into negative action. So the positive part of it, which this is what I said, the positive aspect of that could have been, oh my gosh, wow, she must didn't see me. That was the thought, right? What am I feeling? I'm feeling anxious, but I'm feeling calm. I'm not angry at her because I don't know why she cut me off. So why am I angry? No, she must didn't see me. I don't know what's going on in her car. Maybe she was arguing with one of her kids in the back and didn't see me. She probably didn't see me. My feeling was calm and anxious, and the situation, what I would do was I would pull over and do a self-inventory and make sure that I'm okay. Make sure that I'm okay and process the fact that she just cut me off. It could have been a whole terrible accident. I could have hit her car. I could have flipped the car. We could have possibly even been dead. So instead of driving after her in a hell-bent rage, why not just pull over to the side, breathe, process what's going on, make sure I'm okay, and then get back on the road. But I won't be able to do that with negative thoughts. If I would have had an initial negative thought about this woman cutting me off, I would have probably pulled up and I would have chased her down the street. I would have chased her down the street. This fucking bitch, I'm gonna get her license plate and da 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 da. No, but the positive aspect, because I chose to not make it personal, but to be compassionate and remain calm. Like, whoa, maybe she didn't, like, what happened? Maybe she didn't see me. Maybe she's on the phone. Whether she's supposed to be on the phone or not, I know that the reason why she cut me off had nothing to do with me. So why am I going to disturb my peace and my emotions, possibly get into a wreck because I'm angry at her now? So that's basically what we talked about. How to be able to be aware and conscious of those negative thoughts and how they trickle down into our emotions. They manipulate, those negative thoughts can manipulate our emotions in a way that does not serve our most highest good. But when we allow ourselves to remain calm and think positive, good, love and light thoughts, we will come out of any situation feeling okay. And basically that's what we talked about today and stuff like that. We had some more, we had watched the movie too, but I'm going to talk about that on another day. But I just want to touch bases and to celebrate my 66 days because I am extremely proud of myself. I did it, I'm doing it, and I'm going to continue to do it until I make it past the great divide and I transition on into my spiritual part of myself that you nor I can see. But anyway, yes, this hat is by Mom. I got this hat by Mom. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of this store. Y'all probably seen these stores if y'all go inside your mom's closet. It's called Mom. Yes, I got this piece is Mom. Yes. My mom loves hats. I love her hats. She loves my hats, and she let me wear this hat today. So I'm feeling very mom energy, very, very love and light energy, but fashion mom energy. My mom is a fashionista. But anywho, yes, you guys, I love you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned something from it, because I definitely learned today a lot about myself, a lot about how I want to maneuver with my emotions and my thoughts in the future, and in the present and in the future. All right, so I'm out of here. I did this in a timely manner, under 20 minutes. Yes, ma'am. So we're gonna end with a oh no, this is a new tradition I said I want to do, because all of my viewers, I'm gonna call you guys champions, because we are the champion, my friends. Because y'all are my friends. We'll keep on fighting to the end. Doom, doom, doom. Okay, yeah, I would sing the whole thing, but I have to have time for my theme song. All right, so you guys, I'm out of here, and that was another vlog. Healing with me, healing for the universe. Later. Oh well, no, healing, not yourself. Healing for the universe.